Now, my next guest became famous a decade ago for their catchy pop songs and cheeky personalities, but behind the smiles, well, it was a very different story. Their health and their finances were at stake. The Cheeky Girls, Monica and Gabriella, join me in just a minute. First, though, let's look at their story. The Cheeky Girls first found fame after their infamous audition on Popstars The Rivals back in 2002. After leaving the judges speechless, Gabriella and Monica became overnight celebrities. They had 4 top 10 hits, and their debut single, The Cheeky Song, sold over 1 million copies worldwide. But life in the spotlight came at a cost. They both developed eating disorders and their body image and self-esteem suffered. The girls underwent 9 breast augmentations between them, spending over £100,000, and in 2009 they were declared bankrupt. Now, over 10 years since their first audition, and determined not to make the same mistakes, the girls are back. They are indeed, and they're right here. Gabriella and Monica join me now. It's lovely to see both of you.
Oh, thank you for
I can't believe it's been all that time. It's been over 10 years since you burst onto the scene. And it all looked... The thing was, when I always thought, when I was watching you, when you were on GMTV loads, that you were having a great time, that it was all fantastic. But actually...
Actually, yes. I think that we have this gift of hiding our emotions and our feelings and our fears. But back then, we were frustrated, we had a big depression, we were anorexic, when we actually didn't enjoy the best years.
Isn't it? Because it should have been great fun. Now that you spent a fortune on having breast augmentation, which didn't go well. That was the trouble. That's why you had to spend a lot of money, wasn't it?
Yes.
Why did you feel, though, you know, 2 beautiful girls, why did you feel that you had to have those operations?
Well, to start with, we finished the ballet and drama college, so we were very slim all our lives. So we started ballet at the age of 3. Now, at the age of 19, we never really had an issue with our body, but in the moment we started being pop stars and being in the glamour and being in the industry, it was a lot of pressure from everywhere coming. So this was the first reason why we took some action. We thought it's going to make our career even better at the time, and we were just completely so unlucky. I had 5 operations, my sister had 4 operations, and it went wrong every single time. My body just rejected the implants, and the first operation was the implant was wrong. It wasn't the right material for my body or the right size. So it just all went pear-shaped.
Oh, well, yeah, absolutely, it did. I mean, it was just so... It's so sad that you felt that you had to do that. And I know that there was one video in particular that was made where you're sort of, you know, singing and dancing, and then they randomly brought some model in that had big boobies.
We just hated that. Yeah, we totally hated that. And actually, we didn't even know.
There she is. This woman comes in, and you know, and in fact, you two are doing just fine, thanks.
Yes, and there you go. She barely has her boobs covered. She looks very glamorous, and that's why we didn't have. Probably we didn't have the sexiness, and we didn't have the glamour to go with.
You would have felt really as if your confidence was very undermined by that when you saw that video.
Felt totally upstage by the model, and they didn't even came to us, you know, say, "Oh, is it okay to have a model in your video?" And of course, we would have said no, because you know, it's your time, your video. It's all about you. It's about the song. It's about the whole package, and we just felt it was totally wrong. And after just 6 months, we thought, this is it. We are going to have some boobs as well.
So that was part of it as well. And of course, as you said, it went drastically wrong, and having to spend an absolute fortune putting things right.
Yes, and this was on a period for about 4 or 5 years. So during these 4 or 5 years, we had operations after operations, and every time we are like hoping it's going to go right, and the pain and the suffering and the trauma.
And yet everybody on the outside thought you were having a ball, thought you were having the best time ever. Now you are suffering from eating disorders and all sorts. Are you okay now? Have you managed to get over that?
Yes, well, the anorexia lasted for about 5 years to my sister and about 4 years for me. It just happened just like that. We didn't have control over our life at all, over our career. So what do you control the best? What you put in your mouth, basically. And this is what happened. We didn't even realize it, and we were just sick overnight. And after about 4 years, I decided this is it. I'm not going to stay between four walls, drinking only soft drinks and
hardly eating
and not
being miserable.
No,
we were miserable.
We just didn't want to go out because canapes would be served or anything like that.
Oh, that's terrible. So you would be invited to all these amazing things and then think, well, we can't go because there's food there and I might eat something.
So we would drink diet soft drinks all
Gosh.
day and basically have a mushroom for lunch. That was our
Crazy.
diet.
I mean, looking back now, you must just think to yourself, you must have regrets. You must.
Regret only because we didn't enjoy it and our memory is quite lost as well. Looking back at some pictures where we traveled all around the Far East and all around Europe, I'm looking in the picture and I'm saying to myself, did I actually go there? Because I can't remember because I've been sick at the time.
No, of course. And you had a very high-profile romance, didn't you, with the former MP, Limby Kopec. That was obviously, you know, I mean, he looks there like he's going out with both of you.
I was just an extra in the picture.
It was a very bizarre period in your life, I think it's fair to say.
Well, you know, I mean, it had good things and bad things as well, like any other relationship. I don't regret anything.
And both of you, are you happy? Have you got people in your lives? Have you both got boyfriends?
Yes, I have been engaged for a year now with a lovely man, and I'm really, really happy.
Yeah.
I'm as well in a relationship, so it's all going great.
Good. And you,
really
is your mum still looking after you?
Yes.
And is that all right with you now?
Yes.
Are you sure?
We are really good friends now.
Right. So it's all right because I mean, she did feel at the time. I do remember she was pretty controlling. She was pretty controlling.
She always have been, but you just have to take it with a pinch.
Yeah,
you know, you don't have to. I mean, you have to take her seriously, but you have to listen to what she says, not the way she says it.
Okay, but now it's a bit easier. It's a bit easier. And you've got a new album coming out. You have, for the summertime. Yes, because that's what I associate you with. I associate you with summer and fun and all that.
We are celebrating 10 years of the release of our first album. 10 years.
I know.
And it's so amazing the fact that we are still here and still going strong, and we lived the highest of the high and we lived the lowest of the low. And we managed to get through that, and I think that now we are stronger than ever in our private lives, in our career. So we are going to have an album release. It's going to be called Celebration, because it's
Celebration, that's a good idea. Yeah, because it is a celebration that you are still here. Great to see both of you.
Thank you.
And I'm going to be singing that song, You Are the Cheeky Girls. Thank you very much. Great to see you. And he is a cheeky boy. And after the break, Ross King is going to be here live from Hollywood. Ross, what have you got for us?
Good morning. Beyonce, a baby bump? Or maybe just wind? We get to the bottom of it, if you see what I mean. Plus, remember, you've just had The Hangover 3. I now bring you possibly The Hangover 63. All coming up next, right here on Lorraine.